It must be time to go live. Welcome to Jesse's Brick Galaxy Superhero Spoiler Show. We have a full panel today. As usual, it's week 10 on my superhero discussions and sometimes adjacent agendas. So today we're going to do episode 5 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We'll talk maybe some Invincible, episode 6. And then I want to bring up the Lego commercial, Lego Masters, and see if we can break down scene by scene what the builds look like and what might be happening. I think that'd be fun.
Scene by scene, like who we've seen on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I will welcome the panel. Larry, Legend, how are you?
I am awesome. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Great. Thanks for being here. Bryce, Lego Train guys here.
Hello. I'm glad to be here with a full panel.
Very cool. Very cool. Doc Sampson,
Building Lego.
welcome.
Hey!
And Troy is Agent Playwell.
Good to see everybody. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for being here. Good morning. Willie.
Hello,
Good afternoon or something to you. Is it afternoon for you?
Yeah, it's just 12:30. So
All right.
Thanks.
For being here. Mel Brown, Iceberg Bricks.
Hey, what's going on, good friends? Missed you guys. Missed you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm looking forward to our show with Agent Playwell, our versus matchup, episode 9 or monthly. We made it a full year of doing monthly shows. It's crazy.
That's that mock building show you guys do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
90-minute timer and theme, and I'm looking forward to what we can do and go from there. So,
Yeah.
thanks for being on this show. Bama, you get it.
Always a pleasure. Glad I was able to be here this week.
All right. What do you guys think of Falcon and Winter Soldier so far? It was kind of like other than the first scene, we kind of get a slow montage and
It seemed like, to me, it was the first episode that seemed like a TV episode. But a good episode. It's just kind of like, I could sit back and relax and enjoy 22 episodes of this. Be like, yeah, bring it. You know, a little action and then, character development. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Bring more. But now we only got one episode left, so. But other than that, it just felt like this finally felt like a TV show where everything else kind of felt like a movie, more movie-ish. This was more, yeah, okay, this is a,
A little bit
It was
more
great.
settled down.
yeah.
throw my spoiler warning in there if you didn't know a spoiler show is going to spoil things.
Yeah.
You're in the wrong place.
So I have that scene from the other episode queued up into my spoiler warning, and we see Walker running away right away in the beginning of this episode, and the episode is called Truth.
Love that silhouette. Love the silhouette.
Yep.
So let's can we talk about like the first scene? Like, man, these dudes, I love Falcon and Winter Soldier. They get right down to business. It's just like, hey, look, you know what we're here for. Give us the shield. You messed up. Give us the shield.
You don't want to do this. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that. Yes, we do.
I got the sense of like, did it look familiar to you? Like that scene
Yeah.
did it look familiar to you? Because
Looked like
Iron Man versus the Winter Soldier.
Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We get
They played even some of the same music.
Yeah.
Like a different.
Did they? Wow.
Yeah,
they
kind
did.
of a different beat. I just love how, it was like, we just can't walk up on a man and take the shield, and yet we're going to walk up on a man and take the shield. That's what they ended up doing.
Yeah.
They try to humanize him pretty good, and he's just off the deep end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Believe in the lie, especially when he's all like, that guy killed, he killed his buddy, but he didn't. It's just like that girl did.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and it was an
Lied
accident, you
He
know.
lied about it. He
War,
tried to
you
justify
engage
his
in war,
actions.
that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
They're trying to justify the reason why he killed that guy.
Yeah.
Telling the guy's parents that he revenged his death.
Mm-hmm.
So that go back to the panel here.
The crazy
no,
thing about the blood is you usually don't see that much blood in Marvel movies.
Uh-huh.
You know, I think like usually you just see it on the face. You know, like when they're
try to keep it
beaten
PG.
up, but now it's like
much.
splattered on the
But
shield.
now we're gonna have Deadpool sometime as a Disney character. So
Yeah, but now it's more of a stain. It's more of a that's why they gotta have it on. That's why like he tries to wipe it off when the Sam gets the shield. He's just like looking at it like, well, I put this stain on there. It's just like if he hadn't have given up the shield, this never would have happened.
Exactly.
It's all his fault basically, but it's not.
Hey Doc, can you still be a good soldier and not be like a great Captain America?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd have to say yes and no. Yes and no. It'd have to be decision by decision. I just couldn't. Yeah, I don't. You just can't kill. Just you're more of as Captain America. You're more of a symbol than a hero. You've got to be. It's a fine line. Captain America isn't like Daredevil or Batman. He's Captain America. He has to represent more, much more, and that's why the whole Isaiah story is such a disappointment. But which is making Sam's story more triumphant because he has to make us all see what his experience really is, and that who else is deserving of it? Who else is deserving of being Captain America than Sam? No one in the Marvel universe, But they also got to make us understand where he's coming from, why he didn't. And that's why I'm glad they went back to Isaiah Bradley so we could see, it's like how bad it can be, and that Sam is like, yeah, I can see that he was destroyed. But I'm not him. I grew up in a different time. Things are different. I understand Isaiah. I understand where he is. I can't blame him. Mm-hmm. But I've got to move forward. I've got to show that there can be something more. That Captain America can be something more than just blonde-haired, blue-eyed, Aryan dude.
Yeah, it's time for a change.
God, yeah, hell yeah.
So that'll be his motivation.
Hey, before we start the revolution, Jesse, I'm sorry, we taking over. before we start,
this is a deep episode.
I just want to say that this episode is very controversial because it talks about something that's real, like real life that's going on today. But it's. I hate the fact that they smeared Captain America's name, behind the, because there's never a clean war. Like there's always somebody's fighting dirty in some type of war, right? There's never a clean, no one fights honestly. You don't.
Right.
And so this here kind of sheds the light on some of the dirty stuff that the government can do.
Right, and they cover it up even with John Walker's character. He talks about with Lamar how remember the things the ugly things we had to do, and they give us a medal for it.
Yeah,
right. And so
it's like that lady said, if he had killed them in private, he'd still be Captain America.
Yeah.
Yep.
But because everybody's cell phone photographed it, they had to call them out. They had to go,
The world is watching.
Right, but that makes Sam realize that who and what Captain America is. It isn't just the shield. It isn't just anybody can fill that role.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Zemo has been alluding. There's nobody else like Steve Rogers except your friend Sam. He said last episode. So it's like, yeah, he's got to get in the right mindset. He's got to be ready. He's got to represent more than just He's got to represent everybody. He's got to represent the world, not just America, but everybody, the refugees, everybody.
I dig it. You said that lady too. What was that lady's name?
Madam Hydra.
We'll get there, I think.
But I guess she's playing Valentina, which is from Nick Fury's ex-girlfriend or something from the comics.
Yeah, she's basically an ex-SHIELD agent.
Yeah, so they're gonna lump her. I think they're gonna lump her together various roles or whatever, kind of amalgam her in, kind of like they did with Walker and some of the other stuff. How they kind of make it their own, but still similar to the comic books.
They couldn't pick nobody else but Jerry.
Well, she played the Veep. Remember, she was the Veep. So she's got some, she's got some political kudos there.
Another angle on that is we don't have Gary Shandling anymore.
Oh,
I think he passed away. He was kind of the Hail Hydra government agent.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he also got arrested at the end of Civil War.
So they picked another comedian.
In the montage stuff.
Yeah.
She killed the role in 2 minutes she was on screen. She killed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I wonder if
we were supposed to have seen her in Black Widow first.
That's what they're saying.
She was supposed to be in Black Widow, but we had to see her in this first. So I'm interested to see if she's still gonna be in Black Widow. How is she gonna come in?
Oh. You don't think they cut her out, edited her out, and re-edited the movie?
They could have, but if they ain't, it'd be interesting to see.
Okay.
I wonder if a lot of the people on that council weren't associated with Hydra and stuff because of the fact that they just, oh yeah, we're going to let you go and just give you an other than honorable discharge, and you just go about your business after he murdered somebody in the middle of the streets.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
No, I think their backs was against the wall. I mean, what he did was the world knows they had to do something.
No, I'm talking about the reason why they didn't put him in jail or put him away in some secret, whatever. They just let him walk, basically with a slap on the wrist and say, hey, you're just no longer going to get government benefits, but you just go on about your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that goes to even go back to Isaiah Bradley's stories that you got a war hero like John, a decorated war hero like John, and then you got Isaiah Bradley who's done some of the similar heroic things. One goes to jail and gets made a guinea pig, and the other one gets to go back into civilization. So and I think that. It's kind of gutsy, Bam. I think it's kind of gutsy for them to put out a episode like this.
Yeah.
Where they're talking about your American hero looks American now because we're not perfect. Even though the world looks at the USA as being the number one, top dog, we're not perfect. We're not. And so we have a lot of SHIT with us.
Yeah.
I had too much lemonade, but but I just Bama, I just hate to see this type of thing in a beloved comic book. I just hate to see that.
Yeah, I didn't like the way they did it.
It's just I go to these comic books to live a fantasy, and I don't want to see reality stuff, appearing in the fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I love the story how they told Isaiah Bradley and stuff like that, and a lot of people don't like it. But the episode I think was awesome. I just wish that they kept the real stuff out of it.
Yeah, I mean, because it did come out of the comic books. I'm just glad they covered it, but it's not the main focus.
Or they didn't do a flashback. They could have done a flashback.
That would have been cool, though, just to see him just for a second in action. That would have been cool.
But yeah, they put a real.
I think they balanced it. They balanced it well, but they made their points, but they didn't linger on it. They make their points and they keep moving.
Yeah, and it doesn't define Sam in any way. It's just like he moved. It's part of him, but it's not like he's not. He doesn't wear it on his sleeve. We know it. We all know it's part of him, but he's moving forward. He's doing what he's got to do.
But if you're gonna have a story that's based in reality, and one of them is a minority of anything, it's gonna be a part of it.
Yeah. I just can't wait to see the new suit. I was just so disappointed. We didn't get to see it. I was like, damn it.
Ah! Punch, Doc. That's what I want. I definitely want to see that new suit, man. They've been teasing it, man. I want to see that new suit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't show it in the last scene of the show. It's like, boom, here's the new suit, and then boop, that's it.
Well, you open it up.
We got to see that.
They do the Pulp Fiction thing, and they show you the backside of the briefcase.
Yeah.
We got to see it in action. We'll see it the next week.
I know Wakanda Tech. I can't wait. I'm just like,
And if they vibranium wings,
oh god, he's gonna cut things.
They
Oh man,
ain't tore off no more.
What do you think, Troy? Is it going to be a red, white, and blue suit or more?
Yeah,
Wakanda?
I could picture it in my head.
Yep.
Yeah,
Lots of red, white, and blue.
yeah.
I think so. It's because he's comfortable now with the shield. They had a nice. I mean, when he opened the case, it had a blue light and a red light, and I was like, okay, it's going to be the red and blue.
Well, and I like how they handed off the suit to the kid that's going to become the Falcon. When he left the broken suit behind, he's like, "See ya."
Yeah.
Torres.
And that Sharon Carter, I mean, the more she stands around in that place with all of those paintings, I'm just kind of like, this is not. I don't sell these things. This is my pad, and this is my art collection. I'm hanging out in. I'm the power broker. You know,
who called that? Did you call that, Doc?
I was just mentioning it. It just seems like it more and more and more and more. I'm just kind of like, she's got to be the power broker, isn't she?
Oh, she's totally the power broker now.
Somebody brought that up 2 weeks
Totally
ago.
I'm not buying it.
No,
I know she could still be the right hand man of the power broker, but I'm just kind of like, dang.
Yeah.
They're pushing that in my face. I'm just like, okay, I'm buying it, but still.
I'm gonna go with no, Scotty.
So my question will be, why did she hire Batroff?
Mm-hmm.
We go, why? Because the next time we see him, he say, "I want to kill Falcon."
Yeah.
So
well, she also got him out of prison.
What did she hire him to do? That's what I'm wondering.
In the very beginning.
At the very beginning, he took what's his face, that scientist or whatever. Was it a scientist? I don't remember.
I kind of think she is because of the fact that she was around for those 5 years, building up, having to work in the shadows and everything because she did help them. And then you go to those 5 years where she's just slowly building that underground business and the connections that she has and how quickly she's able to get stuff taken care of when Sam asked her for help. So it just makes you think that she...
Yeah, and she tracked Captain America all around the world, with her little device, just to ease her movement here and there. So it's like she either works for the power broker. Plus, just because he's called the power broker from the comic books doesn't mean that the power broker is somebody evil in this universe. She could have just created a persona just so she could survive, and then once she gets her pardon, power broker's gone because she don't need it anymore. So it doesn't have to be something big, just because, whatever.
Or she found out who the power broker was and killed him or her, and then just took his identity.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was for maybe it's like I was saying before, like it's a triad of evil leaders, and they just created the power broker, and there is no power broker. It's just a persona that they've created.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that scene from the first episode.
Yeah, he was a military major or something. They never really gave him a backstory or told him what his role was.
So at the end of that scene from the first show, I can't remember. Did he get caught, or did Sam think he blew up?
I think he thought he flew. Well, he was flying. They were flying, so I thought he blew up in the helicopter.
So the dude, he was after that. He was just on the run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting
I thought
stuff.
they were kind of trying to lead towards that Sam was going to take the serum too. Back when they were sitting there talking about the black guy, that he was the first black super soldier.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that they were trying to leading into maybe Sam would somehow get the serum, whether or not somebody had to inject him with it or he took it himself.
Yeah, but I think he said when they asked him that he would not take it.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't.
He was fast. Yeah, he was like, no way. And now he's going to have a Wakandan super suit, so he doesn't need the serum.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even need the serum now.
He's just going to be like,
Speaking of what Wakanda tech, if we could backtrack for a second, did you guys see Bucky's arm short circuit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
I was like, combination in, man, and it just dropped off his shoulder, didn't it?
No. This episode, though.
Yeah, this episode, he got smashed hard.
It's short circuited. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, Walker hit him into that electric pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the electricity shocked it.
And then they kind of just shook it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came back.
So yeah, that was an epic fight. I have some of that footage. Let's go back because that was just like our action shot.
Yeah, and his arm makes that snapping noise. That was just like, ooh,
yeah.
Here he is, where he loses his wings. And that's
then he was just about to kill Sam right there too. It was just like, holy.
What I don't understand is why Sam was still laying there. All thing he did was tear off your wings. he laid there until it was time for him to say Bucky again.
Yeah. I think that was just he laid there for a dramatic pause. That's what a lot of times I'm just kind of like, oh my god, fake tension. I hate it. Like when like when the Winter Soldier pulled out that gun, I'm just like, please, you're not going to shoot him right here on the street. Come on. Maybe the old Winter Soldier might have, but not Bucky. Stop it. Fake tension. Just put the gun down.
Well, that's why Zemo didn't really move an inch because he knew.
Yeah.
He just told them that they're going to do it their own way with what's her face, Carly.
Yeah, and then she sends him to the raft. I'm just like, okay, maybe Zemo will do the whole Thunderbirds thing or Thunderbolts.
Yes, we might have Thunderbolts. We might also have Dark Avengers.
Dark Avengers, I like it.
There's a Dark Avengers series that uses U.S. agent, I believe. And I think the Contessa character, the Madam Hydra character, could be like drawing a lineage separate than the Thunderbolts possibilities.
Yeah, well, this is, Feige loves to combine stuff and be all like, haha, you thought it was going to be, but whatever, but I threw this twist, haha. And we're all like, we don't care. We love it. More.
So waiting for Secret Warriors or Secret War. Or
oh, God, I hope one day,
Yeah. Any, along those lines, any theories for a Skrull? Like, is anybody fake that is on camera that you?
If a Skrull pop up, I'm gonna be so mad.
Why, Bird?
Because it's like, when a Skrull pop up, that means the whole thing was fake. It's like that Total Recall movie. You know what I mean? Like, you in the fantasy, like, you ever go on a date and the girl has fake hair, fake nails, you get all happy by the end of the date, and then all the stuff just peels off, like 12 o'clock that starts midnight, and then it's like the pumpkin just start coming out. It's like, what? That's the feeling I get when a Skrull pop up, and I'm like, man, none of this was real.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it'll be more interesting instead of like a deep fake on us.
Yeah.
If, somebody
and this series is leading to what? Because WandaVision led to Doctor Strange. This isn't like leading to any movie or anything, unless it's like Black Widow. Because otherwise, it's just like by itself. Yeah. So then I don't think there'd be any Skrull, because if the Skrull, that would be leading us to Captain Marvel. At this point, because that's the only Skrull references we have. So
is the Madripoor leading to Shang-Chi?
It might be.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might be some.
Or at least the location. At least the location can then be used in the other movie, and we have a reference point.
Yeah.
But Black Widow should have happened already. So instead of it setting that up, it's kind of mixed up there.
Well, because it's all part of the espionage world, It
would have been that type of film. So, but yeah, I think it's setting up. Yeah, Thunderbolts, the raft. They're filling up the raft now. So we have one episode. What do you guys predict might happen in the finale?
We need a lot. We need a lot of questions answered.
Oh yeah.
I
feel like it's just going to be just this epic New York Avengers type battle, like full action and no explanation until maybe the very end.
Yeah.
Well,
unfortunately.
Let's see here if I can pull up.
Right. It's like, what's going to happen with Carly? Is she going to die? Are we going to care about her cause once it's done? Because, that was her whole story arc was all about the GRC and everything. So
yeah. So they're about to vote on the Patch Act, and they take over, and the lights go red, and the screens are glitching.
That guy with the beard. That guy with the beard. He's Hydra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be Hydra because he's like, why do we even need to vote?
Round him up. Round him
So,
up.
Berg, if he was a Skrull, would you be okay with that?
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. The bad Skrull. Like, so we need Secret Invasion, like bad Skrull somewhere in there.
It's fake.
I don't know. Or maybe Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fonte can be a Skrull.
Man, I can't wait to see if they do a scene with her and Nick Fury together, especially with the past that they've had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd probably be a great scene.
Yeah, so she has deep roots with Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, and wow. That's where I think if there's a Skrull character, she could maybe be that.
Right, be that.
All right, what else? We got one episode, predictions.
The only other thing I think is the Falcon will become Captain America by the end. I think he'll take on the mantle, and he won't be Falcon anymore. He will be Captain America.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get a big scene in New York. He already knows. He opened the case.
Remember in this episode, they said that a black man can't be Captain America. So that's where I'm like, I don't know if Falcon's going to be Captain America or not because he's black. So
right, but people are telling Sam that Sam himself hasn't said a black man can't be Captain America. Everybody else is telling Sam that, and Sam's like, "That's bullshit. You watch Sam; he'll bust out. You can't. Nobody tells Sam what he can be.
When he was talking to his sister, and they were gonna paint the name over the boat, I thought the boat was kind of a metaphor for Captain America, and like we're not gonna change the name. And they have a deep discussion about like if if Isaiah Bradley's character meant nothing, then I got to continue that fight.
Yep,
that's a good call.
He has to wear the mantle of Captain America. He has to.
And I wonder if we're going to see the political people reaction to him showing up with the colors and the shield, and what they're going to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's why that lady said the shield isn't owned by the government, because they're going to be all like, "Give us the shield, Sam," and he's going to be like, "Nope, come and take it from me. I'm Captain America." Cap is back. Flash Sam's picture. Boom. End of show.
Yeah.
And we know Bucky's going to have to go back and tell that dude he killed his son.
Oh God, yeah. Hell yeah.
That's going to happen.
Well, yeah. So,
remember, they said we were supposed to cry this episode. Remember, we were supposed to cry. I mean, the Isaiah story was sad, but I was just like, okay. I was expecting somebody to die to make me cry.
I like that they show him building this shield, but I don't know the similarity to Iron Man.
Hey, Doc, can you cry, Doc?
Well,
Can you what?
It'd be, I'd make the sounds, It'd be tough. I could probably work on some special effects, but it'd be tough. But I could do it. But I loved how he welded in his Medal of Honor, onto the shield, so that way every time he holds up the shield, he'll be reminded, of what, who and what he is, that his sacrifices that he's made as a soldier to persevere, to fight against whatever. Because even though he killed somebody, he has a redemption arc. He's got to go on now. So it's like, I'm like, more power to you. Good luck, U.S. agent.
I don't know. I think his little trash can shield is going to get destroyed in no time. Because we got Vibranium coming at him in shield form, wings form.
Yeah. And the wings are vibranium now too,
right. But that just precludes the fact that you think that U.S. agent is out to get Sam. He's not. The shield was given up. They fought for one reason and one reason only, for the shield, not because we're heroes and you're a villain. So when U.S. Agent shows up, I think he'll be going against the Flag Smashers and not Falcon. We could be a team. He wants to be. He's not. He's trying to be a hero. That's why he yelled at the government. He was just like, "I did what you told me to do. Why can't I be Captain America?" And the government's all like, "You're a killer. Get out of here. We don't want to hear it." So he's building his own shield. He's on a redemption arc. He's gonna try to join the Falcon and take down the power. The bad guys. He's a good guy still.
Do you think he's going to sacrifice himself in the end?
No, I don't think he'll die.
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
Yeah,
but he has to prove that he's a hero. He has to prove that he's a hero. He has to.
This dude acted so well. He will be in a movie.
Oh God, yeah.
He will be in that movie.
Yeah, whatever they call him, the ripping off of the Suicide Squad. Again, Marvel takes does it first or whatever. But all right, any other comments about Falcon, or should we move to Invincible?
Other than I can't wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Want to talk about the shield throwing scene a little bit? I thought that was really cool.
That was
at
cool.
the beginning, almost getting his head chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just being a badass at the end with it.
Bucky and Sam were playing catch with the baseball with the shield.
Yeah.
In the tree.
And then Sam kind of like going back to his what do you call it? Where he was having the meetings with the vets. He was kind of doing that one-on-one with Bucky about his issues. I thought that was really, really
his
well
impromptu
done.
therapy.
Yeah.
Well, Bucky finally has a friend,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
other than Cap.
Yeah, I
so it's
like how
here we
they
go.
wrapped things up in this episode about why everything happened the way it happened. And they kind of explained it really well, I thought. And then Bucky kind of coming around and, understanding. I thought it was well done there, but
They also answered the question when he said that when Steve told me what he was planning to do with the shield. So they answered the question from Endgame that we all had, like, did Bucky know already? When Steve left, we all felt like Bucky knew that he wasn't coming back.
Right.
But they were confirmed that they talked about this. Steve told them, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Give it to Sam.
I didn't understand, though, how when they was passing the shield around, Sam could catch it. But during the montage, he couldn't catch it.
Yeah, I want to. I'll defend it because he was trying to throw some flips in there. He was like throwing it and then doing a cartwheel and then trying to catch it. I don't know.
Anytime you're doing a montage, it's got to be, a lot of failures and then success and then a little bit of failure and then finally he's getting it right.
Right.
But I did love how Sam had to like, I mean, it was like really having to. He was recoiling every time he caught it. And then Bucky's like, "Dang, I got it."
But then at the end, he caught it like Bucky usually caught it, just with a bare hand, and he's like,
"Yep,
yeah." The same way John Walker did before he was enhanced too. So it's like,
And nobody ever said anything about him being enhanced, like the government or nobody. They probably don't even know, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think they do because they're doing something like. The Contessa was the only one that knew. She's all like, winky, winky. And then you notice that card of her black and white, so it's just kind of like, what's up with that? There's nothing on the card,
And Walker didn't tell the government where the shield was because they think he still had it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're like, return the shield, dang it! And he's like, slam.
I think they're going to find out pretty soon in the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Should be good. So, yeah, we can't wait to put a cap on that one.
So to speak.
Yeah. Oh, and did y'all hear that Loki has been approved for season 2 before we even see season 1?
Really?
You heard that? Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I was just like, what the?
I am
but all right.
for Loki.
Keep that guy busy. So, yeah, we'll get into more spoiler shows as Loki starts and whatever other movies pop into. I wouldn't mind talking about Mortal Kombat in April when it comes out, things like that.
Yes.
What, Mortal Kombat isn't out already? Because I've seen it.
No.
That's all right. I saw it last night. It's all right. It's a
reboot.
Not so dark, huh?
All right. Well, what about Invincible, Doc? We get a funny scene where 3 blonde girls find this drunk guy, and then the guy gets abducted and turned into a cyborg.
That was horrific when he was like fighting, and then he was, because we knew what happened to him, and he was trying to talk, and it was just like, oh my, just imagine, you know, and you could, oh my God, it just was like, oh, this is horrible. And then when he killed himself, I'm like, I would have done the same thing, because dang, man. Wow.
It's ruthless. And I thought the team was half dead, and the medics are saving Invincible. They're trying to save Samson. They're trying to save Monster Girl. And Robot is like, he's got some secret agendas because he's really focused on Monster Girl. And
he's in love. He's bad. He's got it bad. He's got it bad.
Sends a drone to go get a flower from some planet with the special properties to help heal her, and then like, what? So he has like Ultron he's got drones like flying around doing his agenda.
Yeah.
But because he's in love with that girl, I almost feel like he's pretending that he's like a robot AI or whatever, but I almost feel like he's a person that somehow got transferred into a robot and stuck inside there. So he's like a real person. He was never a robot. He was like a person before, and now he's a robot, but, you know, he's not an AI. He's alive or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Iceberg. Maybe he dipped
he
out.
had to go.
Okay.
Bye, Mel.
Bye, Mel.
Hey, Mel.
All right. That's cool. Yeah, I know not everybody's seen this show, but we've been covering it. So the Mark and Amber Upstate University thing happens. They go visit this college, and I like the other story though. Adam Eve decides to skip college.
Yeah,
and go off and basically help
save
people.
the world.
Yeah, like.
But I'm like, because it's the Invincible universe, I'm like, living in a treehouse is inviting some psychopath to come and get you when you're sleeping. Something bad's gonna happen to you. Build a better house. I'm just like, something bad's gonna happen to you, girl. Something bad. This is Invincible universe. Something very bad's gonna happen to you.
Her powers are awesome. She basically can change the molecular structure of things and just.
Yeah, she's like the Molecule Man, but you know, a little bit different.
She stops a fire and then grows the trees and then stops an avalanche and then.
Humanitarian.
Makes a wine grove of grapes all sprout out. It's crazy. But so during the fight between that cyborg and his friend William, and finds it, he saves William and he finds out his identity. He just looks real close and he's like, Mark, is it you?
Yeah.
And I like that because I'm just kind of like, half the time when somebody puts on a mask, I'm like, I can tell it's you. You know, it's just like, because I know you, I can tell it's you. If I didn't know you, maybe I might be fooled, but you know.
Like Superman just taking off the glasses.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then the cyborgs just sound kind of the same way. Mark goes to a party and tries to find Amber, and then William tries to find his boyfriend Rick, and goes down into the sewer and gets taken, of course. And his friend's already a cyborg. Like, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing about that too is, like, after the first attack, okay, I'm sure the GRC came to claim the body. We leave a hole in the ground, and we saw how easy it was for Invincible to go fly down there and fight in the enemy base. How is it that the GRC didn't go down there after the first incident, clean out the laboratory that they found down there, right. so this kid couldn't create the second one. But instead, he's able just to, kidnap 3 other students, turn them all into robots in the meet, and then grab William to try to turn him into a robot too. It's just kind of like, what?
I don't think Cecil, Cecil and his team whatever they're called. I don't know if they were onto it yet. You know, it was just one robot, and then after they got, you know, Invincible gets his butt kicked almost until.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I'm just kind of like, how strong is he? Because it's like, at first time, it's like you just threw an asteroid into space, and now a robot is breaking your face. I'm just like, I would have thought you would have just wiped the floor with the robot, and it just would have been over, and then we just did the whole body horror thing or whatever. But the fact that it almost beat him down, I'm just kind of like, what is the deal with your power levels? Can we get somebody to, you know, do a Marvel Universe entry so we can get a, you know, a general idea of what the heck your power levels are or whatever, you know?
So true.
Yeah, I mean, all they did was they just put tape around the hole and a couple of pylons, and then it's like, okay, students return to class.
Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, what? We would have filled in the hole. It's just like, this is a superhero world. Damage control would have been called. There would have been a hole would have been fixed. You know?
Yeah.
Just a lot of inconsistencies, but I'm like, all right. Because I felt like this storyline was for one purpose and one purpose only, to show us later that Cecil will do whatever it takes. Because I'm just like, yep, there are 3 robot guards that the GRC can now use, and there is a scientist guy that can help us figure out how to kill that, you know, how to kill off Ultra Omni-Man, you know. So I'm just kind of like, all right, that's the whole reason for this whole episode. I felt like I was like, okay,
like, oh, good work. He's like, this guy. All right. Well, other than that, you know, we see the mother and the father, Debbie and Nolan. She goes on a little mission and gets the costume and tested out from the tailor that does the costuming. And there's all kinds of blood evidence, fragments of the Guardians of
victims.
The Globe. Yeah. Like, oh, that's from the Wonder Woman character, and that's from the Aqua character, and
that's from the
so he did it, and then the oldest blood was on his fist, so he struck first.
Yeah.
Interesting. What do you call it? Investigative forensics. Yes, thanks, Larry.
Yeah, I love how the wife was mad. She told the husband I'm just like, I was just waiting for her just to kill her. I'm just like, go ahead, just do it right now. Just do it now. Like, so we don't have to wait for next episode. Just do it now. Just do it.
Yeah, we see that.
You know that's
end.
Coming.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah.
That's gonna put father against son. You know, that old chestnut.
Yeah. All right. Well, other than that, they do like 2 or 3 credits and kind of have an end credit scene where these teens are digging up a grave of the immortal, and they're gonna drink schnapps from his skull. And
don't believe everything you read on the internet, kid.
But then Maulers intercept. So the Maulers were looking. These must be kids of. They were trying to get evidence against Robot or some sort of security.
Yeah, because one of the kids said his dad was part of the president's cabinet or whatever, the president of the United States cabinet. So I was like, okay,
or no,
I'm sure they had to do something. But the Maulers were after DNA from the immortal, so they could bring the immortal back.
One of the kids was the son of the security guard from the first episode.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was talking about he works at the White House. Well, he's just a guard.
Oh,
but
okay.
He was the guy with the dark hair, the emo kid, was the one that you saw when they were visiting Buckingham Palace.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, so that was just a teaser. Again, like end credits thing. So we'll see what happens. I'm still on board with the show.
So who do you think they're cloning? Because it's not because I thought it was the immortal, but now that they went to the grave to get immortal, whatever DNA, they're going to be making that for their insurance, as they called it. But I'm just like, who are we growing right now? You know, is it the robot's real body?
Maybe.
You know,
maybe it's.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's invincible.
Oh yeah, or it just could be a body he might want to be transferring his mind into. Because remember, after they make the clone, you got to do the whole brain transfer thing. So Robot might be wanting this body made so that he can transfer his body into, say, an Omni-Man. He'll be like, I'm as powerful as Omni-Man, put my brain in Omni-Man. Or, you know, some other superpowered.
Thought he sampled Rexplosion, which I don't know why he would.
Oh, that's right.
But
Well, maybe he's like combining powers. He's making like a superpower cocktail.
Yeah, so you can have everybody's powers. You'd be like, I got all the powers of the Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever they are, and even Fight Force.
Mr. Sinister thing to do. Cool. All right. Well, let's move on. I've got a Lego Masters Season 2 video queued up.
All right.
And I've been geeking on.
Stop at 16 seconds.
We're gonna go like half second by half second through this thing. So we get the promo. It's on Fox. They would like to remind us of that.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can. Okay. Oh, I already missed the first one. So there's a watermelon monster and some berries here.
And then I think there's carrots too. Some little carrot things.
Who's all seen season 2 of Australia?
I think this is going to be the explosion.
You think that'll be the explosion?
Oh, blowing up one, yeah.
Blow up this character and
is it cute enough to be Moto's build? That's the thing I kept looking at. I'm just like, is there any way to notice a Moto-ism on something? It was like,
Larry, how do you watch? How are you watching the Australia one?
There's you can't get whole episodes online, but you kind of get the bulk of the challenges.
Yeah,
I think Tubi you can watch some of it on Tubi.
Yeah, well, and last year after the show was done, they released all the episodes on YouTube too, but it wasn't until it was done.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to go back and watch some other ones, but I'm curious to see who the other contestants are and whose builds these are. That was a good question. Is this one look like something Moto would build?
I know, because of all the eyes
that they're showing in the commercial, or are these the other builds?
That is cool, right there.
I like that one a lot.
I like that one. That's cool.
That almost looks like. Well, I don't know if that looks like I don't know if they showed the final builds, because that maybe it'd be too small for a final build.
That's like a Beowulf kind of a thing. It looks like to me.
I don't remember if season 1 they showed the actual contestant builds in the commercials.
Yeah, they did. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are going to be builds because you only see them for half a second.
It's like we should have done this with Iceberg when he was here.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. If you freeze frame, these are not from Australia. These are new builds. These are from our show.
That's cool.
Because you can see them building some of it when we get we're gonna do frame by frame here. So
okay,
we've got a sea dragon here, and the boat has some movements, and they did a good job. There's actually a dragon on the mast.
Brick built mast too, which is nice.
These little characters are kind of interesting. They got the eyeballs again, like the previous one.
I wonder how many people are going to go for minifigures, or how many versus I'm going to build little characters every time.
Right. Well, what was that?
I don't know. It was so fast.
Here
Music.
It was.
Oh, they're going to do a video thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a DJ and a stage, and it's almost like a red carpet thing.
I did not even see this. It went so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you we'll do a breakdown, and a lot of these look like they're. So the one definitely looks like a parade float later on. This could be a parade float also. So it's like a DJ stage, and the thing maybe it turns around.
Yeah, it looks like a turntable.
And it could, just because they're kind of squared out at the bottom. I think those are all parade floats that you'll see in another shot. We'll see this one again, I believe.
Nicely timed.
Yeah. So June 1st, we have this coming. And I think this is Jamie and Amy, the hosts of the show, showing their sig figs.
Oh, you mean the two judges?
The judges, yes.
Yeah.
That would be them, for sure.
Because we're forced to deal with Will Arnett again.
I like Will.
We didn't even see him in this, did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we did.
He's coming out. There's a swan build here.
That looks like it's on a float too.
Yeah.
Kind of basic. So I didn't. Because there's wheels right here. You can see I stopped this early now.
I bet you it rotates.
I'm guessing the parade float theme is the very first challenge.
Yeah.
Kind of like the fairground.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shot where it's definitely moving. Oh, God.
Right, it's a bee or some other kind of thing on it.
There we go.
It's a butterfly.
Yeah.
Whoa, I like
Look at its eyes are glowing.
They use some lights in here. There's bonus points there.
Just like I felt like that swan thing spun around and its wings flapped, but we just didn't get to see it do anything. It was like a still image that they panned.
Yeah. This looks all right. It's like minifig scale, parade float going down the city. It looks like maybe there's even like if it was a balloon, like the big parade float balloons.
Yeah.
There could be a rope right here. Good idea.
And I just hate we don't get that. There's not a person nearby, so we can get a scale of how how big these things are. That's a lot of it. So it's like, I want
this
to
is
see
bad news for me. I'm aging out of this. If this is the category for getting on the show, 18 to 49.
All right, their backs. Anybody have any idea who Moto's partner is?
I was just thinking that.
Oh.
Yeah,
he's completely mum. He will not say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys know Moto's in my lug. And I asked. So he actually joined our lug meeting yesterday, which I was surprised because I was like, I think he's still kind of laying low because I think there's until they do their big media release.
Yeah.
Of course he's under NDAs and he can't say anything. So I finally asked him, like, Moto, do we have to wait till June 1st to find out who your partner was? He said, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even see him in this shot, unfortunately. So
right, but I would think that we're probably going to find out who the teams are before the first episode because that would be part of the whole promotional package to try to drag people in and be like, yo, if this is your demographic, look, we're going to have that demographic on our show like they did the first season.
Yeah.
I'm going to back up real quick because I think this is the only time we see this, or we do see them making it later. So you see the red and blue, the red
Chicago?
and white picnic.
That's a Chicago
and it says
flag.
Chicago, and these letters spin around. I think this is another parade float. Maybe the theme is a parade float that is personal.
Is that a giant chocolate chip cookie? This looks like a chocolate chip cookie to me right there. It's like chocolate chips.
Chicago, you would think.
Well, it looks like so. We've got food. They like
this could be pizza up here,
or a giant sub sandwich.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a big old.
They got the hot dogs for I don't know.
Oh heck
if it's Chicago, it could be like a deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit later. So there's a couple more people coming in. This is probably Moto right here. We just can't see him yet.
Right.
There's another. Maybe a female.
And that guy in the old shirt and that guy in the blue shirt there in the center, he looks like he's older than 49.
Right. Yeah. All right. We'll get to a shot with. Okay. There's a couple.
There was one team right there.
It's so hard to back up. My goodness. These guys. No idea who they are.
No.
I think you see those guys a couple of times actually.
That's why I almost wonder, like, are they Instagram famous or something, and we just don't recognize them?
Maybe.
So they're back with a bang. So they're definitely doing. So we can guess on what challenges.
Oh yeah.
Whose builds are whose? So they're definitely doing an explosion thing.
Well, so Will's got those. So they're doing the blow up the thing when he's got the earmuffs, and that's what Moto's wearing a little later.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that could be the shaking the building thing too, I think.
Yeah, and then whenever they have one of those challenges, they always blow up a demonstration one. So that might be like the demonstration one, so that we don't get to see their really cool ones that they're going to blow up.
I don't know. So in Australia, they had slime and glitter and something else, and this one definitely looks like it was maybe filled with some slime right here. But it's not really doing like an awesome. I don't know. It looks cool, but it's supposed to be, I think, like the hero is walking away, and the explosion in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So they focus in on a character, and then on one of the Australia show, like they had one filled with sharks, and a shark actually came down and knocked the hero.
The minifigure down. Yep.
Yeah, that was so awesome.
Totally unplanned. So these guys.
So there's another team.
Yeah.
You know who they are,
I know the guy on the left.
So this
my left or your left?
Mark? Is
Mark
it Mark? Mark, right? Is his name?
Mark Erickson and his brother Steven.
Yeah.
Go to Brick Fair, Alabama a lot and are castle builders for the most part.
Yeah, they're from Georgia, aren't they?
They could be from Georgia. All I know is they have frequented the Brick Fair, Alabama.
I think Mark works at Atlanta Brick Company.
Oh, that's even cooler. All right.
He works for Atlanta. Cool. So
I see a lot of ladies. At least see 3 in that picture behind them.
Yep, we have a good diverse crowd of people. Here's another build. I want to say it's on this weird platform again. This is probably a parade float.
I almost want to be like, blow it up! I want to see it explode!
What is it? It's like a temple, or there's a brick on top.
Could be a castle or a
castle.
A gingerbread fortress.
Kind of a temple, I think. It's got decent architecture. I don't know what's going on in the middle here, but I'm thinking this is another parade float. So we'll see that, I think, in the first episode. I don't think that's Moto.
No, it doesn't look.
It
doesn't look elaborate enough.
I would say this is the Mark.
And that's too simple.
Right, the Mark, the castle guys. This would be like castle-esque, the temple, and that would show if it's supposed to be kind of personal. That would be up their alley, probably. Mark and Steven.
Because it looks like there's like siege machines at the front. There's that Tyler and Amy of this year. I wonder if she's pregnant.
Probably, yes, the newlywed couple. They're doing the explosion kind of thing, so that this must be their frog they're going to explode.
If they win, I'm done.
I'm walking away now.
This one, this one, and the swan don't look. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest.
No, looks pretty. I mean, they're okay, but
And who knows how much time they had to like build something like this.
Because they get less time as the challenges go on. So it's like,
that is a nice frog though. It looks really good.
And that's the Erickson guys, right? Right, those two.
Yep.
Okay,
and
there's
here's
Moto.
Our celebrity.
There's Moto.
And his partner's not carrying; he's just standing there, right?
Mm-hmm.
or is that a different team?
Is he like?
I'm guessing his partner's to the left of him because of the way that is framed. He's not in the center of the frame, and you get some random people off to the right. I'm thinking that his partner's right there on his left, and they're just not showing that person for whatever.
That could be a team because they're both wearing matching shirts of the same color. They're like a married couple.
So it's interesting. If this is the headphones and the glasses for either the explosion or the earthquake shake plate, and if I'm right about the parade float being first, he makes it past week 1.
Yeah.
Everybody might get past week 1.
And that's got to be after because you'd have to have the glasses on and the headphones on during the explosion.
Yeah.
This looks like something Moto might have created.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. And it's on this plate again, where I think
it's a float.
You see the wheels underneath of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
they either pull it or there's a robot that just drives it down the thing.
It's going to be articulated.
Although I haven't seen Moto do many mechanized things.
Right. It just
if his partner is Tanya.
That's what I'm going to say, depending on his partner.
Yeah, I'm going to say if Tanya is his partner, then that robot it's going to walk on its own and breathe fire. It's going to be like, ta-da!
Wow, that'd be a great team if that was the case.
I just got to point this out while he's on camera, and I can do the other thing. He's got a clicky in his pocket.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
So I don't think that Tanya's his partner because Tanya applied separately with a different member of our lug, and Moto had his part. So Moto had applied like as soon as they said they were going to accept applicants, and he had a partner at that time because I talked to him right when they did that, and I talked to him about being his partner, and he's like, "Oh, I've already got somebody." And so and so I think Tanya and Zach, because I think they did their application process the same time I did, which was after Moto did his. So I don't, and I don't think it's anybody from Colorado either. I think it's somebody else he knows online.
From what I was told by Mel, how it works sometimes is they can say, we like you to be on the show, but your partner not. And they could have done that with another team and then paired these two people up on the same team.
They could have been paired up, but only accepted Moto.
Right.
I think from last year, Aaron and Christian were paired up together. They were not originally a team.
And Sam and
Jessica,
yeah. The artist.
That would be tough. That would be really tough to go in and somebody you don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains the whole "you don't know Lego" comment. that Sam said to Jessica.
Say that to somebody if I'm like, dude, we have our challenge cut out for us because we don't know each other. I don't know if I'd be tearing somebody down. But then again, maybe the pressure. So, but although, I mean, if it was one of those situations where they didn't choose his original partner, because I'm just trying to think if because we knew that Michael Moto was on it because he just ghosted. And the only thing we heard was that he was out of town. We're like, but we've known him for a long time and he never goes out of town for work for anything. So, not mine.
Social media,
hey, Jesse, I need to dip out. So I'll see you guys next week.
I see you, Willie.
All right, Willie.
All right, see you.
Take care, bud.
See you, Willie.
All right.
And the way he was so adamant about, don't you dare mention I'm on that show. I'm like, oh, you're on the show. Okay. I won't mention it again. Bye.
I don't want to spoil it or
get you in trouble.
Too deep. I don't want to get him in trouble because we're theorizing about it. But I think what we're doing is safe. A breakdown of the show.
I don't think he'd get in trouble because he's not on
here. We don't know. But I mean, we're giving some secrets of we knew his social media went inactive and this and that. So we'll leave it at that. And I think I'm not alone in just wishing Moto the best. And I will be rooting for him, whoever his partner is, and hoping they go all the way.
Yep. I was just like last time. I wanted somebody I knew to win. I didn't care. But as I'm watching the show about the 4th episode, I'm like, well, I already know who's going to win. It's just like, I don't even need to finish watching the show. Yeah. It's clear who won the show.
I mean, using that judgment, if this dragon is the first float from somebody, that would be my shoe-in. Like, whoever made this is going to win. Because
it looks smaller than the rest of them.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hate this. We can't tell the scale of some of this stuff. It's just, damn it.
Well, it's not tall, right? But it's got crazy articulate motion on both dragons.
Well, it looks like if they're given that little dolly with the wheels, everyone's got the same size platform to work on. So
right.
Maybe that's actually bigger than it looks.
Yeah,
that is correct. And some of them are covering up so you can't see the dolly. And I would give them bonus points for that. A parade float should not show the car underneath it.
Right.
But that thing looks cool. So right here, they cover up this. It's like a paint shop, paint palettes gone wild. There's a spray can here with a funny face on it. This is fun.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, that's super creative. I like the paint can lid plopping off with all the hanging paint.
Oh yeah.
So whoever is introduced as a painter by trade, like that's their day job, this is probably their float. Like I said, I think we're seeing a lot of floats and they have personal touches like the Chicago one, and who knows what the other ones mean. But this is probably a team or at least one individual that I don't know what these question marks, or maybe those are just spill marks. This was quite clever.
Great use of color.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So kudos to them.
That
thing's
look at it move and spin. Yeah, they all had motion. All right, so same judges are back.
Yeah, we got Amy and Jamie and Will Arnett and a stack of papers here. This must be some joke about the DNA that they have to sign or something. I can't really read into that, but there's a prop right here. Don't know what that means.
They might have to pick something, and that's what they have to build based off of.
Yeah, it just looks like a prop, though. I don't know that they would pick from that, but definitely there's usually random assorted themes that they pick from in other ways. Here is a female contestant. Not sure if she's wearing the painter's bibs.
I was just gonna say she kind of looks like a painter there a little bit.
And somebody peeking around. They're running to the brick pit and getting their bricks. So here's a build scene. And I can look way in the back here. You can see the red and the white.
And the scientist in the lab coat.
Well, and I paused on this scene because it looked like Moto was wearing a lab coat on his little blip. And I'm just wondering if he's just not in this scene because he's running to the brick pit or something.
And this is his partner?
Maybe.
And
I think it would be totally cool if they wore lab coats as their shtick the whole time.
And it'd be a scientist team. Isn't Moto like a mechanical engineer?
Oh, yeah, he's a super genius.
So I could see him being introduced as the scientist team, and then they're building some robots here, it looks like. I see a square frame, almost like a rock'em sock'em robot, maybe. I don't know. This one looks like the clouds and the paint.
Is that the dragon?
Yeah, the dragon.
Oh, that makes.
Oh, these are
They look Asian, is what I want to say.
Yeah, the Asian team. They'd be doing the dragons. Okay, so there's those guys.
But it might just be
here's those in the bib. You can't see that far. Or what's going on? Oh, there's the couple that look like they're Harley bikers. They're wearing the jean jackets.
Oh yeah.
And they're older. Who knows?
Yeah, that guy looks like a scientist for sure.
Yeah, don't recognize this guy. But yeah, here's a closer look. You know, kind of. I don't know what's going on there. I think the scientist lab coat and some robots. Could be some. And then here's whoever's from Chicago. Here's another team building a balloon. Looks like.
I bet that's the suspended build.
You think that is? Yeah. I mean, that's not sitting on the table.
Because they don't all get blown up. It's like one get dropped, one gets blown up, one get smashed, one gets.
Yeah, but so one of the Australian challenges they had just a brick hanging from a string, and they had to build this huge thing just off of one brick, and it had to be suspended in the air. It couldn't be resting on anything, and it was. Totally. I was like, "Oh, that's a great challenge." But I bet that's what they're doing. Mm-hmm.
Borrowing that for the U.S. Yeah, I'm buying that 100%. Let's build off.
I'd buy that for $1.
So I don't know what order they're going to do any of that. So how far people get and stuff like that. But this is the only one. I hadn't even put that together yet. But that's the hanging challenge, the hanging brick.
I love
challenge.
her Cosby Show sweater though.
Yep. Okay, so we're halfway through here.
That's got to be tough.
Or more than half, because Yeah, because it's gonna tilt one way if you try to like both press on it. You have to build like a sub build and then try to put it together.
I hope that it suspends and doesn't come apart. Everything's got to like whatever.
Wearable challenge.
Yeah, so they had to do. Looked like they had to do some sort of a head thing, and I was totally giving Moto a hard time about that. I'm like, oh, dude, did they get that idea from you?
That's what I thought.
Because you keep making these head pieces.
I thought, they took that challenge. As soon as they saw Moto, they were like, yeah, we got to have this on the show. Build a hat.
Me and Troy, we're I mean, Iceberg was last year, and I think they hinted that, or maybe Boone talked about it once, that they were thinking that a wearable challenge was going to come up in season 1, but did not. But this is definitely it now in season 2. Because this shot and the next shot, is this Moto?
I thought it was because he has the build of him, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Kind of looks like him.
I can see Moto wearing those pants. That's all I got to say.
Oh, totally. Absolutely.
You're just like, I
see him doing something that crazy big, like his big spaceship, right? It's like way too big, but he's so
Too bad it's about to fight the
it's
dust.
Sound, right? Like it's not going to fall apart however you hold that thing. But when you put it on your head, you have some trouble balancing.
Imagine the pin stabbing you in the head. It's got to be very uncomfortable to wear that thing. It weighs a ton too.
Or is it's going over the edge of some plate, just scraping your face?
Might be some, I don't know what's going on there, but definitely a fancy headdress. And it falls.
Yep, and it crashes.
And then
look at that one.
That's cool.
I like that. That one's cool.
He's also got arrows on his wrists.
Yep.
So I think bonus points for wearing.
Oh man!
Because there's 2 hats, though, I think it is probably build something that is you can wear on your head.
That's pretty
this
dynamic.
Is cool. It's very blossom tree or something, kind of with the tree up here and the arrow, and he's got the bow doubled up again. Like these guys and their double dragons. Is this like a dragon mouth?
I just love how it's stable on his head. He moved.
Yeah.
Didn't have to reach for it. He's just like, I can move. Check it out.
Yep. This guy did it the right way. It's big enough, but not tippy, I don't think. So this, however, is the very tippy challenge.
Yeah, they're on the rumble table.
So we have the rumble earthquake plate that they can level up and turn it up higher and higher and see how long your building will. I believe you get bonus points for being tall, because otherwise.
If it's exactly like the Australian one, they had an exact number. They had an exact height that everybody had to make it, and of course it had to survive, but it also had to be decorative.
Yeah. So just like the bridge challenge,
a couple of the guys that survived the table. One of the guys, they built theirs solid brick. I mean, completely solid. It weighed a ton. And
there's no Technic left.
those guys had, like, they used every single second of their time, like, rapidly just putting bricks together and piling them up, and it was pretty intense. It almost broke the table.
I wonder if this was a team where one person built this part and one person built this part, and then they just put them together, and this just slides right off. You gotta overlap your bricks, people.
Yeah,
great in there. But again, they're up against the clock, and once you're under that pressure, man, it's easy to make.
You can see the wall popping out of there.
Yeah, the wall's popping off, but that was the breaking point there. Just 2 separate builds.
Yeah, at that point, you're just like, I just got to beat the other team. That's all. I don't have to.
Yeah. So here's what I'm calling the Harley biker family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
My that guy is 49 years old.
These two individuals must have they did the hanging by the wire hot air balloon.
Yep.
Wearing the colorful stuff. Not sure their story. Here's the castle builder, Mark. He goes by Mark Falworth on Instagram and YouTube, and Mark of Falworth, if you're looking for him. I was following him already, but figured it out from.
He was a winner of a contest.
So does the description of the video have anything on any of the people that are in the video?
No.
Which is the whole point of a dang description. It's kind of like, are you listing these people's socials?
I mean, we get Bill Arnett here, and teams of two.
Yeah, because Moto's been posting giant pictures. You have to go to the actual Moto page in order to see them because they won't fit. They won't fit in the feed.
Right. Whoops. I clicked on. Well, let's see what pops up here. This is just
channel.
The Lego Master channel. I don't think anything new. Most of the stuff is like old seasons. Here's the preview, and then this is something in between during COVID. And season 1, here's Mel.
Those build at home things are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen those until just recently when the new commercial came out.
All right. We'll probably. I know when they announce the cast, they'll show them on like the website also with a description. So I do not believe they've done that yet.
At Lego.com?
Yeah, whatever the LegoMasters.com is.
Oh, website. Okay.
My screen's buffering. Sorry. Usually I can surf around, but I guess we're too far into the show, double streaming and all that good stuff.
Exactly. So you're broadcasting.
Oh, it doesn't like it. See if we can get. I think we're almost done anyway. There's Moto again. Earthquake.
Okay, right there.
And that was it. Yep. So
we go back just before. I think it was just before Moto. They were trying to run in, or it might have been a little bit after. Let's see.
The running from the brick pit, that part?
No, when they were running, it looked like they were running into the scene. Right here. Oh, back just a little bit.
Right before the guy with the archery hat.
Oh, okay. Yep. Oh. Oh, it's like a quarter of a second, you know?
Right. Well, you do know that the J key takes you back 10 seconds and the L key takes you forward 10 seconds.
J?
And L, yeah, it'll move it back and
forth. Well, and your arrows will do 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see. Oh, it went way too far.
You know, if you hit the space bar, you can pause it too.
We're talking about like a millisecond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
It's like slow the playback speed on it.
We'll catch it. There it is.
Oh, there we go.
What do you know, Bama?
I don't know. I didn't see that before, and when I just noticed when you were going through, so I didn't know if you saw like who was running, if Moto was running beside anybody in there.
Yeah. I feel like they're purposefully holding back certain people from letting us see them. I'm just kind of like, are they big names in the Lego community or something, and that's why you're not showing us who they are? You know,
seemed like last
all of a sudden,
like when they know some, like whoever gets eliminated first.
That's why I'm like, is that why Just Too Good showed his face off this year? Because he's about to appear on Lego Masters with Moto.
Oh,
you know,
I have absolutely no idea.
That's a good theory. I like that. He did, like right around the time that it would have been okay to come out of the.
It's just kind of like, wait a minute. And then he left the land because I can't be part of the land and be on Lego Masters because I can't be any employee or associated or affiliated with the Lego company or Lego group can be a participant in the shoot. So another reason for just a good to leave the land. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving the land. I'm showing my face. I'm about to appear on Lego Masters and blow up. You know.
Well, you'd think they would have showed everyone, because I didn't even do a face count and a head count. We'll get another commercial drop, I'm sure, either every 2 weeks or until this airs, you know, so that they promote this show, usually on Masked Singer.
Yep.
So I'll probably be tuning in, seeing if there's a new commercial. Or some other teaser, like they actually had, like on the Masked Dancer, Will Arnett show on as a guest judge, and he had a Lego mask. So very, very cool. Can't wait till it starts.
We should do a watch party.
Yeah. So the next thing is how do we go forward and maybe do a spin-off show, and a watch party would be fun. Just watch along. Usually it aired on Fridays, I think.
I think it was Wednesdays last year.
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yeah,
it was
Wednesday at 9, because I did the show and then I watched it, you know, and then commented it as the show played or what have you. But the thing is that because the way I watched it on cable or whatever, people on the East Coast are seeing it 3 hours before me. So that's why I didn't join Bricksmith and all of them, because they, you know, they did the watch show or what have you.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Bricksmith had a after show party. I think.
Yep. As soon as the show was over, they went live for an hour and talked.
They did a spoiler show right after the episode. But yeah, I think I would like to go a step further and combine our versus challenge and do like a Lego Master build along. Like, so if it's build a parade float, watch the episode and then have a cast like us where now you have 5 days to build a parade float, and then we do another show where we show what we built. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
Right, cool. Or show whatever you build. The first show would just be like, we're going to watch the show and then do the theme, and then the second show, right before the show goes live, you know, the Lego Masters, we'll show what we built. Here are our floats and everything, and then we'll watch the show and do a reaction, and then, you know, everybody can make their ideas for next week or whatever. Or show it after or whatever. But I almost feel like when you're recapping last week's show, let's show off everybody's what they built before we go to the new show, because you don't want to be trying to build or something while you're watching the show, because you really won't pay much attention to the show. You know,
it was hard enough doing a 90-minute challenge. Yeah. So if we want to match any kind of 8-hour challenge by these guys, I want to give us like basically the full week. So I like that. But basically do a spoiler show right after the episode, and whatever the previous week was, try to do your own build or mini build of a similar theme.
Yeah,
I'd say I like the mini build idea, because not everybody's going to have the quantity of bricks to match what's going to be on the show.
Float, the float was like bigger than a base plate.
Yeah.
And wheels and stuff. So it's like I would get bonus points. And I don't know. I like to do a casual, like we have a casual challenge, you know, that there's not really a prize. We're just playing along. Because if we went to a whole category of like judging them,
I thought they were going to be like, the show is going to start out with 9 people, and by the end there's only going to be 2 people left, because every week vote somebody off. You're gone.
You're going to send us some stuff? Come on, man. Never mind.
Until there's just 2 people left, and be like, all right, Jesse, here we go.
Yep, me and you.
So, he's like, it is my channel, so I win.
I like that, Troy. You know, let's downsize it, mini build challenge, and just for fun. You know, if so, like say you like the Double Dragon thing, maybe try to build the same thing, or build your own.
Okay. Yeah, that's be interesting.
And it'd just be for bragging rights, showing off build skills and getting people to watch and playing along. I like the idea of like not knowing maybe what the theme is going to be and then trying to match it to a certain group.
And then you can even let, like if people that are watching the show, you're like, yo, send us a picture on Instagram of your build. And if it was cool, we'll show it on the show too.
Yeah. Haven't done a show like that myself, but who knows?
So we might be coming up on a little bit of a drought, though, for the month of May, because I don't think there's anything. Falcon Winter Soldier ends next week, and then Loki doesn't come up till June 1st.
Right. Well, Supergirl started back up. Flash is back. We got what, one more week till Superman and Lois return. I mean, so we don't have to be all Marvel, There's
right. That's what we did in between.
Yeah, we kind of
WandaVision.
yeah, and then we're all kind of like, but the quality of the, it's like,
we just
speak
wait
for yourself,
Disney
man.
Doesn't have a show. And then...
Right. Well, then also there's also Mortal Kombat will be coming, and then there's also that Batman animated. So which is coming too. So.
Yeah. So we'll continue to do the show. Not sure if it's going to move to Saturday or how things are going to work out with me in the museum, like I've said before. But we'll take it week by week and try to keep the show running, and maybe it'll turn into a Lego Masters spoiler / micro build challenge. And,
cool.
And then put it out there in Instagram. Come up with a hashtag. We'll have to come up with a hashtag for the build along with the Lego Masters or something.
Oh yeah, there you go. Build along, watch along, build along. I mean, because we're gonna watch the show.
Lego Masters, something. So, all right, guys, taking enough of your time. Thanks for being here.
Enjoyed it.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Bama, Doc, Troy, Bryce. It's always a good time to just talk about the shows that we're watching and geeking out on. So. Have a good weekend. Go Moto.
Go Moto.
Yeah, go Moto.
Team Moto.
Hashtag Team Moto.
Yeah.